Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Intan Nirmala Putri with name 1860203233157 and today I will present about my research project. So langsung saja, for the first project is correlation case with the title The Correlation Between Extensive Reading Habits and Critical Thinking Skills in academic context among lower secondary schools students at MTSN 7 Kediri. And for the research context, this study focuses on the relationship between two variables, extensive reading habits and critical thinking skills. The research was conducted at MTSN 7 Kediri, where students are encouraged to read various texts such as novel, short stories, and articles outside the classroom. Even though students already have reading activities, their critical thinking skills are still different. Therefore, this study aims to examine whether extensive reading habits are related to students' critical thinking skills in academic context. And the next is scale of measurement and statistical analysis. In the study, the data scale used is interval scale, and the statistical analysis used is person-product moment correlation, because both variables have interval scale data. And person-product moment correlation is used to measure the strength and measure the direction of the relationship between two variables. This test is appropriate because the data is numerical and normally distributed. Okay, and the next is hypothetical data. Here is an example of data from 10 students. We have their reading habit scores and their critical thinking scores. This data is hypothetical just for illustration, but it helps explain how correlation analysis works using SPSS. Okay, and the next is test of normality. Before running correlation, we need to check if the data is normally distributed. So, the test used is Shapiro-Wilk yang menunjukkan extensive reading score 6 sama dengan 0,955 and critical thinking score 6 sama dengan 0,925. Because both significance values are greater than 0,05, the data is normally distributed. Therefore, a parametric test, or usually called person-product moment correlation, can be applied. Okay, next is research hypothesis and SPSS procedure, yang menyatakan null hypothesis, there is no significant relationship between students' extensive reading habits and critical thinking skills. While alternative hypothesis menyatakan there is a significant relationship between students' extensive reading habits and critical thinking skills. Dan untuk SPSS step-nya bisa dilihat langsung yang sudah tertara pada PPT. Oke, kita langsung saja lanjut ke result. So, based on the SPSS output menunjukkan bahwa person correlation coefficient R sama dengan 0,997, significance value is less than 0,01, and number of participants sama dengan 10. The value R sama dengan 0,997 indicates a very strong positive correlation. Because the significance value is less than 0,05, the null hypothesis is rejected, and the alternative hypothesis is accepted. This means there is a significant and strong relationship between extensive reading habits and critical thinking skills. Okay, and the conclusion, the results show that there is a very strong positive correlation between extensive reading habits and critical thinking skills. This means students who have better extensive reading habits tend to have higher critical thinking skills in academic context. Oke, kita lanjut ke experimental research. So for the next case yang kedua yaitu experimental research with the title The Effect of Picture-Based Media on Students' Writing Achievement. With the research context, Many students face difficulties in writing, such as generating ideas, organizing sentences, limited vocabulary. Writing instruction is often conducted using conventional methods with minimal visual support, which may reduce students' interest. To solve this problem, picture-based media is used to help students visualize ideas and organize their thought. This study aims to examine the effect of picture-based media on students' writing achievement compared to conventional instruction. Oke, lanjut ke measurement and statistical analysis. The study involved two independent groups, experimental group and control group. So, the statistical analysis used in the independent sample t-test. This test is appropriate because it compares the mean scores of two different groups. And the next is hypothetical data. The data shown is post-test data from experimental group and control group. The data is hypothetical, created only for academic illustration and to explain the statistical procedure. And the next is test of normality. Normality test results using Shapiro-Wilk yang menunjukkan bahwa experimental group 6 sama dengan 0,963 and control group 6 sama dengan 0,961. Both values are greater than 0,05, which means the data from both groups is normally distributed. So therefore, parametric statistical analysis can be applied. And the next is hypothesis and SPSS procedure. Dengan research hypothesis yang menyatakan null hypothesis, there is no significant effect of picture-based media on students' writing achievement compared to conventional instruction. While alternative hypothesis menyatakan there is a significant effect of picture-based media on students' writing achievement compared to conventional instruction. And for the step using SPSS bisa dilihat pada PPT. Oke, kita langsung ke results. So based on SPSS results, mean scores of experimental group sama dengan 88 and mean scores of control group sama dengan 72,67. The p-value obtained is 0,000, which is less than 0,05. Therefore, the null hypothesis is rejected. This means there is a significant difference between the two groups. Okay, and for the conclusion, the results of the independent sample t-test show a statistically significant difference in writing achievement. Students, though choosing picture-based media, achieve higher scores than though choosing conventional instruction. This indicates that picture-based media has a significant positive effect on students' writing achievement. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. I hope this presentation provides a clear understanding of research statistics. Maybe that's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.